Welcome back. Police on the island of Abaco are investigating a boating accident that occurred in the waters off Treasure Key on Sunday, resulting in injuries to 3 individuals. It was shortly after 7 p.m. officers arrived at a dock where they observed a damage to a vessel, a motor vessel, and 3 men injured. According to initial reports, the men were returning to shore when they lost control of their motorboat and reportedly collided with a wall. The injured men, ages 24, 23, and another 23-year-old, are all U.S. nationals. Medical personnel visited the scene and rendered assistance. One of the 23-year-olds was scheduled to be airlifted to the United States for additional medical treatment. Investigations are ongoing into that matter. On Monday, the Ministry of Energy and Transport officially introduced 15 young Bahamians as the 2025 cohort of the Nicola P. Small Meteorology Cadet Program. The cadets were presented during a media event at the British Colonial Hilton under the theme, The Future of Weather and Climate Across Generations. Minister of Energy and Transport Jobert Kobe Davis says this initiative is more than symbolic.
Our vulnerability to the adverse impacts of weather events is increasing in many areas. It is a fact that our islands are low-lying and that many Bahamians live near the sea. By investing in the Nicola P. Small Meteorology Cadet Program, the government of the Bahamas is giving young Bahamians an opportunity to become meteorological scientists. To date, over 30 cadets have participated in the program, and in this, the 3rd edition, we have 15 cadets, all young Bahamians who represent the future of our nation, the shapers of tomorrow's forecast.
The cadets will undergo 4 weeks of immersive learning, from radar systems to cloud types, aviation weather, and even behind-the-scenes look at TV forecasting. The Department of Meteorology also welcomed 12 new full-time recruits, the largest onboarding in more than 2 decades, aimed at strengthening the agency as several veteran officers approach retirement.
To the 12 new recruits, I'm excited to know that 2 of my top stars from the first cohort is a part of that 12. I encourage you to be mindful of your responsibilities and to learn as much as you can from the experienced and the seasoned officers in the department, because I expect you to take over.
Minister Kobe Davis emphasized that the recruits and cadets are part of a broader plan to ensure sustainability in weather services, which is critical to agriculture, tourism, transportation, and national safety. And finally, the National Museum of the Bahamas unveiled a new exhibition on Monday located on the grounds of historic Collins House on Shirley Street. Director of the National Museum of the Bahamas, Don Cornish, says the showcase explores the political highs and lows throughout Bahamian history that shaped the nation that we are today.
The exhibition is really a glimpse into our past, the journey to independence. And it really is intended to talk about the political struggle that led, of course, to civil unrest in the country and eventually to independence. And then we also want to share just a little bit about where we are presently.
Cornish says the project was related to another piece of work they did at the University of the Bahamas, which highlighted the history of Black Tuesday. He said all of the infrastructure was done by staff, inclusive of building the framework, which he said took over a week to execute.
All of this infrastructure is being done by staff. And our staff really understand exactly what the mission is. We're trying to create something quite unique. And so we had to pull them away from the daily projects to build these exhibits, if you may. They come from our collection of archival photos and data that we have as a National Museum. And so it took them about, I would estimate, a little over a week to assemble all the frames, to put everything together, to get the creatives mounted.
With growing public interest and schools now out for the summer break, officials say the exhibition may remain open beyond its original 3-week run to give more young Bahamians, especially those in summer camps, the opportunity to experience the country's history firsthand. And it is absolutely free to attend. That'll do it for your JCN Evening News. Once again, I'm Jcn Saunders. Thank you so much for joining us.
This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.